Hello, dragons, or as we say in Mandarin Chinese, Ni hao long. My name is Marcus Reoch, and in June 2006, I founded Dragons in Europe. I'm here today to ask for a £50,000 stake for a 15% stake in my company. I specialize in teaching Mandarin Chinese to children through an after-school program called the Chinese Dragons Club. Since we've begun, we've taught in more than 200 primary and preparatory schools, and I now employ a team of 42 teachers nationwide. China, as we all know, is the land of opportunity, and it's important for children to learn this wonderful language when they're young to get ahead. Earlier this year, I self-published my first textbook for children, Primary School Chinese. 3 further titles will be available later on in the year. So what do the numbers look like after 3 years? We have cumulative net profits of £62,000, which equates to a 24% profit margin. I want to expand this company. I would like to employ an additional full-time member of staff, and also to move into office space to allow for classroom teaching, to become the #1 provider of Mandarin Chinese teachers in the UK. Today we're going to sing you a song. 我们现在会唱我们最喜欢的歌，它叫1、2、3、4、5、6、7，我的朋友在哪里
？1、2、3、4、5、6、7，我的朋友在哪里？在北京，在北京，我的朋友在北京。
谢谢。
Marcus has delivered a confident and colourful pitch for £50,000 investment to expand his Mandarin Chinese teaching business. But the entrepreneur seems to have got off on the wrong foot with Julie Meyer.
I noticed when you were making your pitch, you were looking almost exclusively at Shaf. So I was wondering, would you like Shaf to invest in this, or do I make you nervous, or?
No, I think that was an oversight from me. Many apologies, Julie.
No, just curious.
I would like you both to invest in this product if possible.
Marcus, why are you dressed like the court jester?
I feel that teaching Mandarin Chinese has to be taught with an element of fun. The majority of Chinese teaching at the moment actually happens after school as an extracurricular activity. I go in to schools dressed as a dragon, as I call it, to actually show children about Chinese culture, which involves magic tricks, it involves music, it involves teaching them basic Chinese, and it's important for children to actually see that, to feel it, to want to actually learn this wonderful language.
Marcus's infectious enthusiasm for his business seems to be rubbing off on the Dragons. Julie Meyer is keen to question him further.
Marcus, how do you know about Chinese?
I actually spent 6 or 7 years in the city. I didn't feel passionate about what I was doing, so I decided to take a career break. So I went and lived in Shanghai for 6 months. I spent that time with a family that didn't speak any English. I didn't speak any Chinese, so it was what you call a hill start. I came back, and it was from there that I came up with this business idea.
So what's the state of UK language learning today? How many of the primary schools can you actually find some Mandarin taught?
Very small percentage.
Okay.
There are 23,000 primary schools in the UK.
Okay.
And there were, I would say, less than 1%.
Yeah, but what I still don't understand is you go to schools and you basically set up a club, okay?
Yeah.
And you're successful, then the school makes it part of their curriculum. Is that you out of the scene then?
No, because we would provide the teaching. Heads, quite rightly, are very sceptical. So they need people like us to go in and say, I will show you that this works. Because if you compare the UK to the States, for example, we are way behind. And my company believes passionately about making the case.
Marcus clearly is a man on a mission, but he'll need to convince the Dragons that there's also a healthy profit to be made from his passion.
So when did your company start trading again? Was that 06?
June 2006.
So you've got 2 years audited accounts behind you?
We started as a sole trader.
Okay.
We have just, as of this year, April, become a limited company.
Okay.
So we have 3 years of trading accounts.
Okay. And have you traded profitably over the past couple of years?
Yes. I'd actually forecast revenues actually hitting £27,000 at the end of year 4. Year 5, I'm forecasting net profits of £45,000. And then year 6, I'm forecasting £68,000, as I said in my pitch, of net profits.
For a business in its 6th year to be only making £68,000, I don't get that. Either you go and you just own the market and you go big, but then you'd need to be adding 2 zeros on the end of that £68,000, or it doesn't work and there's just not a big enough market because, I don't know, British people don't want to learn Mandarin or something like that. But I just, is that really all you want, is to run a nice lifestyle business?
£68,000 net profit after paying salaries.
Does a desire to be rich motivate you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. But I also want to be realistic, okay? We are teaching Mandarin.
What's more important, the desire to be rich or the desire to run this business?
A desire to actually be able to provide a really, really exciting product which benefits mass society.
The Dragons have given Marcus a grilling for his lack of business ambition, but Julie Meyer hasn't finished with the entrepreneur yet.
For me to get excited about investing in this, there's got to be a kind of rocket effect. You've got to say, I can do this on my own, right? But what I think I can do with that 50K, with your involvement and so forth, my lifestyle business, which goes like that, can go whoof, right? Absolutely. And I don't hear that. And I didn't hear that. But I think, honestly, Marcus, I think this is a lifestyle business for you. And I think for that reason, I'm out.
Okay, thank you very much, Julie, anyway. I really appreciate it.
Marcus has lost Julie Meyer. Will Shaf Rasul rescue his hopes of investment?
You've basically sort of won me over to the idea of learning Chinese. Okay, I'm just running through a couple of figures. If you just give me...
Shaf, if I may.
Yes.
I believe that what you may be interested to know about is what happened earlier this year in Scotland. In 07-08, we had 35 hours worth of workshops. This year, we had 350 hours. The heads of the schools that I work with in Dumfriesshire, but also in Edinburgh, were fantastic in helping me to actually expand this. And we believe we've got a really, really interesting foothold in Scotland now, and that can only grow.
Marcus knows that everything depended on him convincing Shaf Rasul to invest. But has he done enough?
To be honest with you, I understand you're passionate about the business. The only thing that troubles me, okay, is I'm doing this purely as an investment, okay, and you've done a great pitch, and I'm just trying to make this stack together, but unfortunately, I just can't seem to do it. And on that basis, I'm out.
Okay, well, thank you both very much. I really appreciate the time.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's not about building small businesses. We're here to do big.
I feel really confident actually still. Good things take time. An investment would have been great. It would have sped up the process. Yeah. But I still feel, very confident.
Now, initially, it didn't start off great. Julie didn't like the fact that you were just pitching to Shaf. Was that on purpose? That just something that was just nerves?
I think nerves. Absolutely. I think nerves and big oversight, actually. Yeah. Not intentional.
Shaf looked as though he was becoming more and more interested. He looked as though he was going to go for it, but then for him, it was just the business was too small. Is that fair?
That was his point of view. Yeah. Giving them an option to double their money within 3 years is actually pretty enticing. Yeah. But I can't embellish the figures too much. We are an education business. It's about getting schools on board. Yeah. We're in the UK. It takes time to be able to convince heads and schools to make that leap.
So what happens now? Are you going to carry on with this? You're still as passionate as you were before you went into the den?
This is my full-time job, though. I teach 5 days a week.
Right.
I write books 5 days a week. I train 5 days a week. I'm back to grassroots. I'm back to teaching tomorrow morning.
Okay, well listen, stick your hat on. You didn't get your £50,000, but we enjoyed it. We enjoyed the kids as well with their little song.
Fantastic.
Thanks
a
very
lot.
much. Cheers. There you
Bye.
go. Thank you. Bye-bye.